casting a cosmic cauldron over a red-hot Aries fire pit. Here are the transits for the Aries new moon in human design, gate 3.2. The fire horse energies of 2026 are continuing to gallop ahead with our next new moon today on Friday the 17th of April, with a super stellium of 7 planets meeting together in the astrological sign of Aries. The Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Neptune and Chiron. The new moon and the sun are specifically located in human design gate 3.2, conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer, in gate 3.1, with the earth holding polarity in its complementary gate 50.2. New moons always bring initiating energy, and with this intense congregation of celestial bodies meeting together in Aries, the ram, which is the first sign of the zodiac ruled by Mars, we could experience a profound portal of radical transformation, which has the potential to completely reshape the trajectory of our lives moving forward. Aries represents innovation, renewal, rebirth, initiation, independence, proaction, fiery courage, bold leadership, determination, and pioneering action. What we choose to think about, speak, feel, and take action on during this alignment will carry the manifestation power to bring a complete reset and renewal to that field of focus. The centaur Chiron, the wounded healer, is currently stewing in this cosmic cooking pot. He shows us where we carry our most deep-seated wounds and blind spots related to our identity, our self-worth, and maybe our lack of ability to fully take up our own space in the world. When these wounds are seen, embraced, and healed, they can be profoundly transformed into our greatest assets and our gifts of service to others. So the new moon, the sun, and Chiron are in human design gate number 3. In human design, this is the archetype of ordering and innovation. In the I Ching, it's called difficulty at the beginning or sprouting. And in the Gene Keys, it moves from the shadow frequency of chaos into the gift frequency of innovation, into the siddhi of innocence. The Mother I Ching, which translates as the Book of Changes, is an ancient divinatory system which has more recently given birth to human design, the Gene Keys, and Robert Comber star codons. And each of its 64 traditional archetypes are directly related to the genetic codes within our DNA molecules. The archetype of gate 3 carries the energy of innovation and transformation. And this is an initiating energy which starts the process of mutation and change within our human genome, and consequently has to push up against the old genetic material in order for it to be integrated successfully. The I Ching titles this archetype Difficulty at the Beginning and likens this energy to a swirling fermentation of clouds and thunder flowing out from the center as a creative force. This is the power of a sprouting seed, putting down young roots into the unknown ground beneath. And to do so must first meet resistance before breaking through the compacted soil. Although this seed is tiny and newly born, it has the pure potentiality of a burgeoning life force, carrying nature's passionate desire to reach full blossoming. Meanwhile, the Earth, during this transit, is holding polarity in gate 50. In human design, this is the archetype of nurturing and values. In the I Ching, it's called the Cauldron or the vessel. And in the gene keys, it moves from the shadow frequency of corruption into the gift frequency of equilibrium, into the CD of harmony. Gate 50 is the vessel of the cauldron, which stores the values and the laws of the tribe. This is a loving, caring, and nurturing archetype with the penetrating power to be either soft and gentle, or alternatively to offer tough love if this is the most appropriate action in any particular situation. Being a tribal energy, Gate 50 will instinctively sacrifice its individual needs to take care of others as a natural reflex. So it's very important, if we have this definition, that we actively work on maintaining our own energetic frequency by keeping our own cup filled first. In this way, we can avoid the corruption of overgiving, being manipulated by the guilt trips of others, or the tendency to slip into martyr energy. The I Ching likens this archetype as the sacred vessel, which is cast to use in great ceremonies, which inaugurate a brand new dynasty. With the elements of fire rising from wood, the cauldron gives a stable, robust chalice to hold and create a renewal of life, providing the alchemical crucible where all the necessary ingredients are blended together for transformation and a new soup is cooked. So it appears that during this new moon portal, today on Friday the 17th of April, a sacred ceremonial cauldron has been cast and is hanging over a red-hot Aries fire pit of transmutation. Here is super stellium of cosmic ingredients offered by the sun, relating to our identity and personal power, the moon, relating to our feelings and our emotional intimacy, Mercury, our thoughts and the words we speak, Mars, our desires, passions and drive, Saturn, taking responsibility, structure and building form, Neptune, our creative dreams and intuitions, and Chiron, our sacred wound, which can become our gifts of service. We'll all be blended together to cook up a brand new personal and collective dynasty, which has the potential to completely realign the trajectory of our lives from this point forward. Robert James Comber shares that just like a sprouting seed, the new needs a tremendous amount of energy behind it to pierce the veil of darkness and move into the light of the solar self. This is the process of giving birth, and without this intensity of fire, we cannot grow into the future without distortion. The divine masculine Mars, who is the ruler of Aries, is such a needed aspect for all life, as it leads us forwards towards love. And sometimes that means destroying all that does not serve this intention. So here are some questions for self-reflection during this new moon portal. Number 1, do you have any planetary activations in your human design gate 3 or your human design gate 50? Number 2, are you aware of any Chiron wounds or blind spots which are now surfacing and becoming visible for healing? Number 3, how can you transform these wounds and blind spots into your greatest assets and possibly your gifts of service to others? Number 4, what are you ready to offer to this cosmic cauldron to cook up in these Aries fires of transmutation and manifestation? And number 5, what is beginning to sprout in your life at the moment? Wishing you a blessed new moon, graced with the fiery passion, courage and drive to take your first pioneering steps forward into building your radical new future. Thank you.